Good morning, everyone. How are you all today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and I hope the weather is beautiful where you are. It is very lovely here the past few days, and if you do follow this page that you're watching me on right now, you will notice that I have been posting pictures of flowers every few days because we had such a long, rainy, wintry season that I was really yearning for spring. And so I've been posting some fun flower pictures on my Facebook page in hopes that it will prod spring to get here. So I think maybe it's working because we've been having some really nice days. We've had, you know, a couple of little rain showers, but it hasn't been terrible. Good morning, Kathy, and good morning, Julie. Great to see you guys here. If you guys are just hopping on, please say hello. I always like to know where everyone's from. I find it very interesting, you know, how many people are kind of watching me around the country and around the world, which I think is super awesome. If you're watching me from another country, thank you. Wow. Always be sure to share the video. There's a little link right below what you're watching. It says share. That helps me, just throws the video out to more people. And I'm always happy to help more people learn how to stamp because I love this paper crafting addiction that I have, and I really want to share it with everyone. So I hope that you will share the video if you think about it. Even if you're just watching the replay or on YouTube, you can share it either place because I do post the replays of my Facebook Lives to YouTube. So if you miss it, you can either come back here and watch it on my page late after the live is over, or you can go to my blog. Usually on Saturdays, I post the link to the YouTube, for this. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Brenda. Thank you, girls, for joining me. I appreciate that. And so I do share it multiple places so you can watch it. I realize sometimes watching live is more fun because you can kind of interact with me. You know, you can ask me questions. I can hopefully see your question and answer it. Sometimes I ask you guys for opinions on what I'm stamping, if I should do, you know, this, or does this stink, that kind of stuff. So sometimes live it's obviously a little more interactive, so it can be a little bit more fun, I suppose. But so yeah. So as we're getting settled in here, I do want to make sure that, well, obviously you guys can see me, but sometimes I always want to check my own device just to make sure I can see myself. And let's just hope that I don't have the volume turned up because no one wants to listen to Barb twice. That would just be way too much Barb. So yeah, I totally get that. Okay. Anyway, I think we are about ready to roll here. I do want to go ahead and give away the cards that we had from last week, and I do make sure that you guys can see me, but like I said, there's Barb, too much Barb. Okay, Barb, quiet. Okay, so as you guys know, when you share the video for me, it notifies me that you've shared it. I can see who shared it, and then I go through all the shares, and I just kind of am scrolling through, and I just randomly choose somebody to win the cards that I created in the previous Facebook Live, which was last week. So you guys may remember that we did that kind of fun fold, and I meant to do another video on this that's a little more clear for you guys, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But we did this one sheet card with a double pocket. This is from one 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of designer series paper. Blech, say that 10 times fast. And you take that sheet, you cut it and fold it in such a way that when you open it up, it has two pockets, one for a bookmark or something like that, and then one for a piece where you can write a message to somebody. And so that's fun. So if you did miss this and want to know how to make this, last week's Facebook Live will show you how to make it. So this was one of the cards that I made last week. I also made this one, and these both use the Share What You Love bundle that's on special right now in May. It includes a plethora of products from our upcoming catalog, including this amazing designer series paper and this amazing lovely floral folder that does come in the bundle as well. So, and when you do purchase the bundle from me, I do have a free 30 card tutorial for you. I realize this is backwards because I'm in selfie mode. A free 30 card tutorial showing you a bunch of stuff you can do with the products in your bundle. And just as a side note, I posted on, I think it was yesterday, on my blog at barbstamps.com. I also do a swap where people actually mail me cards and I mail them cards. And so I had 34 cards using this bundle on my blog yesterday. So you can get those 34 ideas for free. If you purchase the bundle from me, you get 30 more. So that's like 64 ideas for using this bundle. So that's huge. Okay, we also made this card where we did some spritzing with die cuts. And this is one of the cards that we did also. And then here, the last one was where I colored the embossing with a Stampin' Blends markers, because those are going to be coming back here very soon from what I understand. So yay, and there's some in the new catalog, some new colors, so that's very exciting. Okay, so all 4 of these cards are going to go to, if you can read my crappy handwriting backwards, Donna Menz. So Donna, if you're watching, my rule is you must message me with your address. You can either send me an email at barb@barbstamps.com, or you can Facebook message me with your address. As soon as you do that, that is you claiming your prize, and then I will get the cards out to you. Now, sometimes when I choose a winner, it's somebody I know, but that's just my standard rule of thumb that, because I don't know everyone, I don't know everyone's address, you must message me or email me to get your cards. So there you go. So congratulations, Donna. Enjoy those cards when you get your information to me. Okay. We got the winner off the thing. Oh, as you guys may know, demonstrators have the opportunity to pre-order items out of our delightfully delicious brand new catalog right now during the month of May. So Stampin' Up! Has given us a selection of products that we can choose from to order. We can order all of them if we want of the selection, or we can order just a few. And so I did order, in fact, I've ordered twice. And so I got some stuff already, and the rest of my stuff will be here tomorrow. Hello, Charlene. Hello, Mary Ellen. And the rest of my stuff will be here tomorrow. So the stuff that I do have today, I am going to show you guys because it's amazing. But I think I'm going to wait until I flip the camera because, like I said, stuff is always backwards in this mode. And so if there's, you know, writing on the stamps or the papers or whatever, it's easier to see it if it's the camera's flipped. So we won't show you that until we flip the camera. So I do want to mention that if you are interested in becoming a demonstrator, if you've got a wish list, or if you are placing orders and your orders are over, like, you know, $99 when you order from me, you might want to consider becoming a demonstrator. The cost is $99 plus tax. You choose $125 in merchandise of your choice. And right now it can be the same items that we can order during the demonstrator pre-order. So if you wanted to join Stampin' Up, $99 plus tax, and you can choose $125 of whatever you want that we currently sell to be included in your kit. Our quarterly minimums are $300, and you might be going, oh, I can't do that. It's fine. If you can't maintain your minimum status every quarter, they simply drop you. There's no penalties. You don't give anything back. Nothing happens. You simply go back to ordering as a customer from me. So either way, I would love to have you either be my customer or be on my team. So give that a thought too. It's a great, great deal. And especially with our brand new catalog coming out. Oh, good grief. I'm going to be able to spend way more than $300. No doubt about it. Okay, speaking of the catalog, if you are a customer of mine and you have ordered $50 from me in the past 6 months, I am either having Stampin' Up! Mail a catalog to you unless you live here. Obviously, I'm not going to have them mail it to you if you live here because I will get it to you if you live here. But, and those catalogs should be arriving in your hot little hands, I would say within the last 10 days of the month. So be on the lookout for those. If you've ordered from me in the past 6 months, $50, then you have one coming to you. If you're local to me, I will have my catalogs probably end of next week, beginning of the following week, and then we can get those to you. So we have good morning, Kathy and Jerry also. Thank you, girls, for joining me today. If you have not placed an order with me in the last 6 months and you want a catalog, you still have time to go to my store at Shopping with Barb and place a $50 order. I would love it if you would. And if you do, then I would be happy to send you a catalog. If you don't want to order from me, but you do want a catalog, I do ask that you pay me for it, only because the U.S. Post Office charges me $6.70 to mail out one of these books. That does not even cost or count the cost of me purchasing the book to mail to you. So I do ask for a $10 payment for the catalog, as it covers my cost of the catalog and the cost of the shipping. And then I will include a little coupon for you to recoup some of that money if you do choose to order from me later. So that's how you can get a catalog from me. Okay. Paper Pumpkin, if you guys are interested in that, we have a 50% off deal going on right now if you sign up by tomorrow, May 10th, and use the code SAVE500418, SAVEFIFTY 0418. When you sign up, you will get your first 2 months half off. Now, that doesn't count if you order a prepaid subscription. That's completely different. Hello, Vicky. How are you this morning? And so that's the deadline is tomorrow. Okay. We talked about my May host code. When I flip the camera, you'll see the host code. And if you want to order, you can. Hello, Marilyn from Georgia. Using my host code gets you the tutorial that I already spoke about for the Share What You Love bundle. I also have my standard monthly tutorial that I mail to anybody who orders from me any amount. And then I do have a free cardstock sampler if your order's over 40 bucks. So there's just all kinds of stuff. You can get all the details on my blog, barbstamps.com. Oh, another very important thing to note. I will not be live next Wednesday, which is the 16th of May, because two of my very best friends, Dina and Kelly, who are both demonstrators and who are my very best stamping friends, are coming to visit me. And they're actually flying into Billings, Montana next Wednesday afternoon. And so I have to drive up there to pick them up. So it's possible I may go live on Tuesday. I haven't decided yet because I've got a lot of things I've got to get done before they come. Because when they come, we actually, yes, of course, we have fun because we love each other to death. And we do have a lot of fun when we're together. But we also work together. We collaborate with our teams. We share lots of ideas. And of course, we're going to stamp also. So next Wednesday, I will not be live, but it's possible that I would be live on Tuesday, which would be the 15th. So I will keep you guys posted on that information. Okay, today I need to go early because, you know, me and my blabbing, I'll never get off here early. But my poor son was involved in I don't even know what you call it. Kids being idiots, I guess is what you would call it. He went to a track meet in Douglas, Wyoming here on Monday. And so, of course, they rode the bus. So they had to be at the bus at like 5:30 in the morning, which is an ungodly hour for my son because he likes to sleep in. Hello, Louise. Thank you. So I take him to the bus. He's on the bus. They're driving down to Douglas. He's laying on the seat trying to sleep. Out of nowhere comes this crazy kid who thinks it's funny to put a knee to the chest of people that are trying to sleep. And what he does apparently is he jumps up and he slams down on you, holding onto the bus seat so he can get more force. So his knee goes into my son's chest. And my son tells me this when he gets home that night at 10:30 and that his chest has been hurting all day. Well, I wonder why. So this is Monday, so I thought to myself, okay, maybe he's got, you know, bruised ribs, bruised sternum. I mean, I've had broken ribs before. There's nothing they can do to help you with that. You just have to deal with it and go on with life. So yesterday he says, oh, like, you know, it's starting to hurt a little bit more. And I'm thinking, well, maybe even, you know, maybe, you know, if it's starting to get a little swollen, a little more bruised inside, maybe that's why. So then this morning he tells me that he woke up in the middle of the night and he was having trouble breathing. So I'm thinking, oh, for heaven's sakes, of course that's what would happen. So I'm taking him to the doctor at 12:30 this afternoon. So yeah, looking forward to that and the dollars that I'm going to be shelling out for kids being idiots. Okay, so enough about my kid and his issues with other kids that are idiots. Anyway, so I've got that going for me today too. So I think that's all the blah blah I have, at least with the camera this way. So I'm going to flip it over and then we'll talk about the items that I did get in my order that are brand new that you guys will want to check out. And then we'll do some stamping and we'll have a grand old time and then I'll go take my kid to the doctor. Here we go. Flip it. Oh, I think that was a pretty smooth transition. Let's hope so, girls. Okay, so what you'll see here is these are some printable things that Stampin' Up! Is offering us. These are going to be on my website, so you'll be able to download these, trim them out, and do with them what you will. I printed these in portrait mode, and what they are, it's basically a little color coach. So our new color, Pineapple Punch. You've got Pineapple Punch down here, and then it shows you some other color combinations that Pineapple Punch will look good with. So you can print these off, you can punch a hole in them, put them on a book ring, and then you have your very own color coach showing you some color ideas of what you can use, of how you can put our Stampin' Up! Colors together. So every one of our colors will have one of these little cards, but we also have, and now this one, because I'm a ding dong, this I printed in portrait mode. These I printed in landscape mode. So they're not going to go together because they're the wrong size, but I'll probably print these again and print these again, and then I'll have 2 color coaches, 2 different sizes. Anyway, they also have some blank ones that you can print out. And I printed mine on a white cardstock. And then you can make your own color combinations when you find something that is kind of cool, like a combination that you may like. Like right now, Grapefruit Grove looks absolutely amazing with mint macaron and rich raspberry. We found out from the Share What You Love Designer Series paper. So you could easily just stamp a little blob or put a little circle of cardstock on these little circles and make your own color charts also. And I always find that really helpful because I do struggle sometimes with what colors go together. And so this is going to be super helpful for me. And I hope it'll be super helpful for you guys too. So like I said, these will be on my blog probably tomorrow. I'd like to say this afternoon, but with the doctor appointment now that I have to go to, I have no idea what that's going to entail. So it'll be tomorrow for sure. So you can check my blog, barbstamps.com, for all these printable sheets. And remember, if you print them portrait, they'll be small. Let's just measure them, then I can tell you. If you print them in portrait mode, they are like a 2 1/4 by 3. If you print them in landscape mode, they are 3 by 4. So I guess it depends on how big you want them. 3 by 2 1/4, 3 by 4. And then, like I said, I just punched them with a hole punch, added a book ring that I got at our local office supply store, and I have my own little color coach. So that is very fun. Now, when you order catalogs from me, or if you already have one coming to you. Now, if Stampin' Up! Is mailing you a catalog on my behalf, I paid them to do that. I will be sending you in the mail an envelope with a wish list, a bookmark, a letter about what, the different things in the catalog, and probably 1 or 2 other little treats. So be looking for those. If you're local to me, when you pick up your catalog, you'll just get these items with your catalog. So keep that in mind for the catalog. All right, get that out of the way. Now, with our new catalog comes our new style ink pads, and I have talked about these before. This is one of them. This is one of our brand new in colors called Lovely Lipstick. And the new ink pads open like a makeup compact, so they just open just straight up. And then you would slide them into place, click it closed. I find the easiest way to close them is to just push on that end with my thumb. Then I can get my finger underneath, my thumb on top of that, slide it together, push it closed. However, the new style pad is designed to keep the pads a little bit, the seal is tighter. You can see there is like no gap right here. There is a gap here. Of course, the gap allows air in, which can of course dry your ink pad out a little sooner. So that's one of the main reasons why we changed styles. But with the fact that these are a little tighter, they can be a little tighter. So when you get them open and when you go to slide them, they might be a little bit tight. So I recommend taking a piece of wax paper, and let's see if I can do this without making a gigantic mess of my hand and show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to rub the wax paper on this edge and on this edge. Whoops. Like I said, I'm probably going to make a mess. Yep, already got a mess going on, but that's okay. If I wasn't doing it live, I'd be taking a lot more care. So I'm going to rub it on both sides there, and then I'm going to come in here, and I am going to rub it on this inside track. So then it slides a lot easier back and forth. And there you have it. Because when you first get them, they can be a little bit stiff, like almost to where, it's a little bit hard. So definitely get your wax paper out. Give that little trick. I've heard people talk about using Vaseline, WD-40, which I'm sure will work. But my concern is I don't want WD-40 getting on my ink pad. I don't know what that would do to it. Vaseline, I do not want to get all over my fingers because when I start touching cardstock, it's going to leave dark marks on my cardstock. People have talked about using candles. If you rub a candle on the edge here, it's going to start to flake off. You're going to get candle pieces on your pad, so don't do that. See, the birthday candle, I tried a candle and I did not like the effect that I got. I started getting candle flakes all over the place, and I don't want candle flakes in my pads, so wax paper, I'm standing by it. Okay, we talked about that, so that's gotten out of the way. Let's see, do I have everything else? Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Right now, you guys know that we have lots of products that are retiring right now from our catalog. Well, yesterday, Stampin' Up! Announced that some of these products are going to start being discounted until they're sold out. So, I do have a few of these things. The Myths and Magic Amazing Glimmer Paper is on the list, and it is half off, you guys. Normally, this package of glimmer paper is $15. It's $7.50 for the package. And I think you get 24 sheets in here. Yep, 24 sheets of 6x6 glimmer paper for $7.50. That is an insane deal. So get to my store and get yourself some Myths and Magic glimmer paper. Okay, we also have the Sweet Soiree masks that are on sale, and those are 25% off. The Ready Shreddy, the colored shred that matches, you know, we got the Berry Burst and the white and the silver. That stuff's on sale too for $6. We've got a lot of little doohickeys that are on sale. Oh, these are super cute. We've got the In Color bows I used a couple weeks ago on a washi tape card. We've got these little fun glitter bows, or not glitter, but you know what I'm saying. We have these adorable little, what do you call it? Honeycomb balloons in red, blue, and yellow. They're on sale. So you can go to the store, my store at shoppingwithbarb.com. Click on the retiring items link, and then everything that is discounted will show up. I think you've got a strike through the regular price, and then the sale price will be listed. So these are on sale. We've got some ribbons that are on sale. All of these woven linens. We've got some of this mini chevron, this double stitched, which is fun. The ticket punch is also on sale. How much is this little guy? Ticket border punch. This is $6.30. That's a pretty good price for a punch. Glitter, silver and gold glitter, they're both on sale. And there's a lot of other things. So you can download the list at my blog if you want to check it out right now, or just head to my store at shoppingwithbarb.com, and then you can see we've got some of our die sets. These are all discounted. The Frozen Treats, the Rose Garden, the Bloomin' Heart. Now, not the bundles and not the stamps, just the dies. And so, yeah. So check that out if you're looking for a deal. This is the best deal. Half off glimmer paper. Who doesn't love glimmer paper? Oh my gosh. I could just like put this all over my wall and just look at it all day. I love glimmer paper so much. Okay. I quickly want to show you guys some of my new stuff I got. Here's one of my new stamp sets. It's called Detailed with Love. It's so cute. And some of these new faceted dots. I've used some of those, as you can tell. We've got some new note cards and envelopes, and I think they're maybe called delicately detailed note cards. So you can see that you just fold them in half, and they've got these amazing patterns pre-printed on them. Rich Razzleberry or Blackberry Bliss. And then they come with envelopes. So this is one of the new items. We've got the Memories and More cards that go with this set. So these can also be used for greeting cards or scrapbooking. So we've got that, and they're double-sided. And look at some of these detailed ones where they've got laser cutting out of them. Is that not cool or what? Yes. 3 different sizes, more laser cutting in these Memories and More kits. We've got the detailed trio punch, which I have used and shown you guys in some previous Facebook lives. We've got this super fun polka dot tulle ribbon. It comes in white and vanilla. This is white. Isn't that fun? And I've got a card I've done with this stamp set. Now, I just pulled this out yesterday, so I did stamp the large image here in Tranquil Tide, die cut it with one of my Stitched Shapes framelits, and then I mounted it on one of our Layering Ovals scallops. I've got that lovely floral folder here in the back. You might be having some glare because this is a swap that I'm doing, so I'm going to mail this out. Some of that paper, and then one of those little faceted gems right there. So much fun. Okay, so that's one of the sweets. Oh, but it also comes with, or not comes with, but has in it these really cool, I think they're called delicate detailed paper. And what it is it's laser cut pieces of paper. Check that out. Look at the detail on that, you guys. It's just gorgeous. You can just put that over on your card as a layer. We've got some fun little tiny strips that you can punch out and use. And then we've got this sheet here where you can cut it into its little sections and use it also, but so fun. So this is another thing that's included, or not included, but part of the suite of products that this stuff came out of. Okay, so moving on to our next suite of products. And I can't even remember what it's called. Something about nature. The catalog is so new, I can't even remember. The suite is something about nature. The stamp set that's in the set or suite is called Rooted in Nature. And look at all these fabulous leaves and trees. And I love the fonts on these sayings. And then it has a set of dies that you can bundle. And so we've got dies for lots of these images. We've got a die for that tree. We've got a die for that. We've got a die for that tree. We've got a die and an embossing die for that leaf. So check that out. Look at that. So you can actually cut the leaf out. Can you guys see the detail on there? You can die cut it with the die cutting die, and then you run it through with the embossing die, and then you get that amazing texture on your die cut leaf. And we have that for all 3 of the leaves in the set with the cutting and embossing dies, you guys. So that's going to be super, super awesome. The double tree, the gigantic tree, and then this leaf here. So check that out. You got dies for all of these images. So that's going to be super cool. And I've got a couple cards that I've gotten using these, because like I said, I'm working on some swaps right now, so I can do some more of my multi-card videos. So I'll definitely be doing one on this. So I showed you this one. This one uses 3 1 1/4 inch strips of designer series paper, and you can see that I cut them right next to each other. So when I glued them together, the pattern just continues on across the card. That leaf that I told you about, one of the greetings in the stamp set, and this little stuff here is our nature's twine, and this stuff is really cool too. It's a little thicker than our regular twine, so if you don't like it that thick, all you have to do is just like untwist it, and then you'll have like 3 strands that you can use to do whatever you want. So that's what I did. I just took one of these 3 strands, tied it in a bow, and added it with the glue dot at the bottom of that leaf. So that's going to be fun too. So this collection of twine does match the designer series paper that I'm going to show you here in a second. So here's one of my cards. Maybe that's distracting. Let's move that out of the way for the while. There's one of the cards I did in my swap. Here's another one. This one uses the embossing dies. Can you see that? I've just embossed that layer with the embossing dies. Very cool. I've got one of these adorable little trinkets, and these are called the leaves trinkets, and they mimic the leaves that come in the bundle. So you've got the copper trio, the copper single, the silver single, and the silver trio are these little amazing things. And look at the shine on those. Aren't they cool? Yeah, I thought so. So I did add one to this card here, and then some of the twine back there. Oh, and then here's another one. I have it as a protective sleeve. And then here's another one where I just stamped the leaf images from the stamp set kind of around in a backwards L shape. Added my greeting, a tiny strip of the designer series paper, one of those faceted gems from the other collection, and then some tiny little hearts that I cropped out of gold foil sheets with our cookie cutter builder punch. So those are my cards I've gotten done so far. And then I wanted to show you this beautiful paper. Now this paper, this is all I have left because I've already done a bunch of swaps with it. So this is all I have left is this piece right here. Then we've got this, which is basically the same pattern on the front, but just with the Blackberry Bliss leaves. And then this gorgeous, gorgeous pattern on the back. We've got some fern here with the Tranquil Tide. And then the mint macaron on the back there. Some grapefruit grove, kind of a burlappy looking piece. And then some leaf images. A wood grain piece. Flip it over. Now this is kind of crazy. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to figure out something. It's so pretty, but it's just kind of strange to me, but I'll figure it out. There's multicolored stripes, and then the couple of different different leaves where I used it on this card here. So that is some of our new stuff, guys, that will be available to U.S. customers on June 1st. If you want to sign up to be a demonstrator, you can get it now. Just saying. Okay. Moving on, we're going to start stamping because that's why you're here. So let me grab one of my buckets of stuff. And we're going to be using the Grown with Love stamp set and coordinating dies. These are actually sold as a bundle if you want to purchase them that way. And we're also going to be using the Lots to Love box, which is a box out of the Occasions catalog right now that is retiring. And then we've got some scraps of paper and some other things I don't want to show you quite yet. So I'm going to dump those out back here. Okay, so we're using the Grown with Love and Garden Grown framelits. Now I do have some cards that I thought I would share with you because I love this stamp set and it's retiring and I'm sad. So this one, I do have a video for this one on my YouTube channel, probably back in October-ish probably. And I just did a little markering technique here where you ink it up in one color and then just kind of marker around the edge to get that kind of two-tone flower. And what's cool about this die set is, let me get my dies here. I've got this little magnetic tray that's really handy. So like this big thing in the back is a die. Well, actually, I'm just going to show you when I'm making the card. You'll find out because it's really cool. Washi tape and ribbon. And then this one is basically the same. It's just a different kind of flowers, a different saying. I did use our brick wall, brick texture, what is it? A mask for the wall back there. And then the pot. And here's one where I used the little wagon, which I thought was so cute. So that's kind of a twist on the Z fold card there, where you have the full front where it's kind of deceiving, or it looks like it might be a Z fold card. And then here's another one that I did where I markered everything up and just added it to some stitched squares. And then this is some Always Artichoke twine that I actually dyed myself. So our white twines can be dyed any color you want. You just soak them in a solution of ink, 2 parts of ink to 1 part of water, let it dry, and then you have any color of twine that you want. So those are some of the cards. So the first thing we're going to need to do is get our box shapes out. So I've got 2 pieces of Peekaboo Peach cardstock, and this is one of the colors that's retiring. And I need to get my die out of my container. So this is one of the pieces to the Lots of Love box. So what I did is I just ran this through the Big Shot twice because I needed 2 of these pieces to make a box. And then I have those. Well, I have them in my hand. Oh my goodness. How does this always happen to me where I have something and then 5 seconds later, I don't have it anymore? Literally. Oh, here they are. Found them. Okay. So here are the 2 pieces. So they come out just like this. They all have score lines already pressed into them when they come through the Big Shot. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish doing the folding here. So we'll fold this piece in like that. Get that side in. And then we've got these little tabs that are going to come in. Get those. This little tab over here. And then the box closure has 2 score lines in it. And we'll get those. And I already did the other one. Okay, so now we have 2 pieces of the box, and they're going to go together really easily. So I'm going to bring in some tear tape adhesive, just because it's easy to work with. And I'm going to put strips of the tear tape right there. And I'm putting it close to the fold line, in case you were wondering. And then I'm going to put a little tiny piece right here. Well, not little tiny, but small-ish. Okay. So then all we have to do to put this together is glue these pieces, and we'll do that in a minute after I get all the stamping done. So I've got a piece of Whisper White. Got to bring out my stamps. So I've got the terracotta pot and the leaf stamp, or the flower stamp here. And we are going to use some markers to ink up the flower stamp and my Dapper Denim ink for the pot. And now the Dapper Denim is also retiring. So if you need Dapper Denim cardstock or an ink refill, get to the store and get those before they're gone. So we've just got the pot stamped there. And then to ink up this image here, I'm going to use my markers. So I'm going to start with a Peekaboo Peach marker, and I am just going to add color to these flowers with my Peekaboo Peach marker. And now I am going to kind of go fast because I don't want you guys to have to sit here for hours. If I was doing it on a regular video, I would definitely speed this part up because sometimes watching somebody marker a stamp is not super exciting. So I'm going to ink up all the flowers in the Peekaboo Peach. I'm going to ink up all the leaves and stems in the Wild Wasabi. Both of these colors are retiring. And so if you need them, get them. Get that little stem there, this stem here, and then we're going to come up, get the leaves. Try to do this quickly, like I said. Hopefully you're not too bored watching this. Or maybe it's like very soothing and relaxing to watch somebody marker up a stamp. I don't know. Okay, we just about got it all, I think. Now there is a sentiment in the middle of this that says amazing you, but I didn't want to use that, so I'm just going to leave that part blank. So now I'm huffing on the stamp, just like breathing my warm breath on it. And then that's what you get. So then we have an open space there, and I'm going to bring in a stamp from the Birthday Blooms set that says for you, because I just kind of liked the font. I thought it would look good with these flowers in this cute little pot. So we're going to ink that up, and then we're going to kind of stamp it right here in the middle of our flowers. So there we have it. So our next step would be to run this through the Big Shot with the coordinating dies. And I need to find the dies here. So we have the terracotta pot, which I would just lay over this like so. And then I have this die here that I would run through. And I normally, when they're really detailed like this, and it kind of matters how you cut them out, I usually use some washi tape just to secure them to the paper. And so you run those through the Big Shot, and here's what you get. You get that die cut, the pot die cut. I actually did 2 pots on this piece. Can you see how I cut that? Other little layer popped up. So I cut out 2, cut the rim off of 1, and just popped it up so it was a little more 3D because I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so we don't need those or this now. And then I also went back and inked up the stamp again. I inked up these 3 flowers here. And the set also comes with these little tiny flowers that you can run through the Big Shot. Now you normally have to either do these 2 together and then the third one because the 3 dies won't fit together, or you can just cut that die, that piece of flower out, and then run it through. And then you get these little flowers here. Where's my other one? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so you get those little flowers. And so I'm just going to pop those up also. Need my mini dimensionals here, and we're just going to add a mini dimensional to the main image on each of those flowers. Yeah, that one. Peel off the protective backing, and this is a little easier if you have a fingernail, which I'm just not a nail person. I love people's nails that are just gorgeous and amazing. It's just not for me. So I just go about my life with ugly nails. It is what it is. Okay, so you'll notice that these 2 outside flowers are a little darker, this one and this one. So when I went back and inked those up again and restamped them, I inked those up in pumpkin pie so that I'd have a little bit more texture, more definition, I thought, with the colors being a little bit different that way. Okay. So then I used my Layering Ovals framelits, and I die cut myself a white and a Dapper Denim. The white one is with our second largest oval. You'll notice I do have a number on that. My smallest one is a 1, and I go up to 8. This was number 7. And then this was the largest scallop, and I have my scallops on the back. Same thing, I do number them also. And that just makes it easier for me to explain to people what die I've used when I'm creating something. Okay, so I need some glue now. Reach up here. There you go. It just drops out of the sky. That's amazing. And I'm going to actually glue this white one to the blue one. And this is blue one. It was a scrap that I had, so it was actually had some embossing on it, some polka dots, but I thought it was kind of cool, so we're going to use it. Okay. Do that. And now, again, remember, you guys will win. Somebody's going to win these projects next week, or not next week, but the week after. Unless I do it Tuesday, it'll be next week. But someone's going to win these. And if you are the winner, I am going to send you, because I'm going to make the full box here on the live show. But when you get yours, you will get these 2 pieces here. You'll need to glue the box together and put your image on there. So you'll have to do a little work for your free item. And I do apologize for that. Hopefully it's okay. All right, so now we're going to add the pot down here at the bottom, and we're going to add some glue to the flower images, and we're going to tuck them underneath the pot. Hello, Heather, how are you? All right, get the pot, so that I think is super cute. And then I've got some Dapper Denim Baker's Twine, which is also retiring. And I took I doubled the section over. I went ahead and tied myself a bow like you guys have seen me do a million times. Or I make two bunny ears. Wrap the loops together. And then anyways, you make loops that way. So I did it already because it takes me a while to get it perfection because I like to make my knots. I just keep like making it smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm going to just add that right there with a mini glue dot. So I'm going to kind of roll the dot onto itself while it's on the roll, because I don't want big, huge dot because my bow is very tiny. And so if I roll it in half, it's like the perfect size for the knot to stick on. So there's a tip. As you know, every time you guys watch me, you're going to get tips. Hello, Joyce. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Remember, girls, to share the video, because that helps me out and also get you into the drawing to win the stuff that I'm making. All right, so now we're going to assemble the box. So we have the 2 box pieces. We put our tear tape adhesive on there. Now I'm going to just lift my piercing tool underneath, and I'm going to lay that down, fold that in. Now these go together opposite. So I've got the flap on this end, I've got the flap on this end. Okay. And you're just going to line those up with the edge, like so. All right. Then we're going to flip it around and we're going to do the same thing. And I think I've mentioned this before. I really need to start putting lotion on my hands before I go live. They just look terrible. All right, I digress. All right, fold that in. Fold this one over. Want it to be flat. We want it to line up so that it's right at the edge, like so. So now we have our box started. We're going to peel off the last piece here. Hello, Dorothy, and thank you for sharing. Fold in those 2 little tabs, put that in, close that up. And I like to use a bone folder, and I kind of shove it down in there. And then I can kind of press that into place. And then that's where we will be able to put some treats of some sort. And then we're just going to add this to the front. Some glue. About like so. Oh, that's not quite even, I see. About like so. And then the last thing I have is some of our Brights enamel shapes. These are also retiring, and they're also discounted right now. So all of the enamel shapes are discounted. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a few pumpkin pie to, stuck on my finger, the edge here, just because I thought that would be kind of fun. Okay, so there we have it, our cute box. And I did want to show you guys a couple other boxes that I made. Here's one that I made at Valentine's Day where I threw in some candy hearts. And I actually used one of the dies in the stamp set to make the window in that, and added some of our fancy acetate sheets in the back there. So I just have some candy hearts in there, and I just stamped little hearts all around it. And then this one, I basically cut the pieces in half, and then I put them together. So this is a tinier box, and this actually will hold, I think it actually holds 2 of these, but there's one missing. So guess what happened? I ate it. Yeah, so here's just a cute little box. This would be a perfect little gift for a coworker to leave on their desk, a teacher, a secretary at your kid's school, you know, a receptionist at the doctor's office. Just a fun little cute treat that I thought would be kind of fun. So remember, the box is retiring. If you are the winner of the stuff next week, yours will come flat. You'll have to assemble your box. I will have the tear tape on it, so all you have to do is remove the backings, assemble the box, and then put your... This will be assembled too, and you'll put that on there. Okay, so that is project number 1. Let me clean up some of this junk, because you know how I am. If I don't clean it up, it'll be a mess, and I'll end up getting ink on myself, or I'll lose something, which, well, I guess let's be honest, we all know I'm going to lose something anyway. So, okay, next project also uses that same suite of products again. Whoops, those 2 things right there. And this time we're going to use the watering can. and this image here on this card that we're going to make. And so we need some pieces. We've got some Tempting Turquoise. That's a color that's retiring. Oh, whoops, I forgot my lemon lime twist. So we're going to open up the drawer right here. Here's a piece of lemon lime twist, some pieces of white, and then some 1/8 inch strips of silver foil sheets. Okay, so to start off, we are going to do some stamping. And there's one of our brand new colors. So exciting. Blueberry Bushel, it's called. And so, all right, I need to make some room. All right, so this is one of our new pads. So you just open it up, slide it into place. And I have gone ahead and done the wax paper technique that I talked about earlier in the video. So if you're not aware what I'm doing or what I'm about the wax paper, just scroll back when I'm done with the live, and then you'll be able to see it. And you know what? I just realized I don't have my glasses on. You guys, I do that every week, I swear. One of these days, maybe I'll never have to wear glasses again. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so we're going to start out with our watering can, and we're just going to tap it into the Blueberry Bushel ink, and we'll stamp that right here on our white. Isn't that so pretty? I just love that color, you guys. It's just a really nice blue. Okay, we are done with Blueberry Bushel, and now we're going to bring in this stamp right here, and we're going to do that same kind of marker technique that we did before. We're going to use, what is this? Tempting Turquoise. And so I would do these little flowers, this one and this one, with the turquoise. Okay. I've got Lemon Lime Twist, which I'm going to do all the leaves and the stems. But I think in this instance, I might not make you guys watch it all. Because like I said, I think that is kind of boring. Watching somebody marker. And this, well, maybe it, whoops. That's a word right there, Barb. That's not a leaf or any sort of foliage that needs to be green. Okay. I think I have all the green. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put my glasses on. All right, and then we're going to use, I don't have a Blueberry Bushel marker yet. That is going to be here tomorrow. So I'm going to substitute Pacific Point and hope that it's kind of close. I don't know if it's going to be. We're going to wing it. All right, so we're going to do our happy. And when I do markering, I'm using very light pressure. I'm not pressing very hard with my brush tip of my marker at all. And I've butchered this, you guys. But like I said, I'm trying to go fast because I know that this is kind of boring to watch. So the card that you get won't be this butchered one. Again, huff on it. Breathe your warm breath on there. And then stamp that down. It's not perfect. It's not horrible, but it won't do. So that will definitely be redone. Okay, so now we're going to bring in some more dies. So we've got the watering can die. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's really cool, Barb, but what are you going to do about the handle? Well, look at that. Stampin' Up! Has us covered with that. They have this little piece that you just drop in. And again, I would probably use some washi tape. Just because. Actually, what I would probably do is put that down first. And then put this on top of it. Oh, look at that. It's almost like magnetic. Huh, what the heck? Well, I don't know why that's even happening because these are not magnets. But, well, that's what I would do. I would run them through like that. Then, I've got the large one for the flower image here. And then we also have these little guys. So I actually would do this twice, okay? I would ink this whole thing up once, just like it is, run it through with this. Then I would ink up these two flowers and stamp them, and then I would find which rotation here as I circle this around. All right, where does it go, Barb? Right there? Yes, I do think that's right. No, that's not right. This. No. How many times have I gone around? I know it fits because I've already done it. There we go. Okay, and then This one probably goes like, well, if I had to guess, let's guess this way. Ta-da! I'm right. And then this one also has a little leaf image. And that one's going to go right here. Okay, so I would ink it up once, run it through with the large die, ink the 2 flowers and the leaf up again, run it through with those little guys, and then here's all the pieces that I'm going to get, okay? So here's my big flower image. Here is my watering can. Here's my leaf and my 2 flowers, all right? And I don't know if you guys are wondering, I have this little tray here that is a magnetic tray, so it holds my dies. So guess what? Hopefully I won't lose dies anymore. If you were ever watched my very first Facebook Live, I went live. I created a card that morning and then I went live. I couldn't find the die. It ended up that it was in the garbage because I had thrown it on the desk and then I scooped all the scrap papers into the trash and I threw it away. Thankfully I found it in there. So anyway, I got this little tray. I got it at the auto parts store. And then I just added a piece of Fun Designer Series paper because they had their ugly man label in there. And I didn't want an ugly man label down here. So that's what I have right there. It's a magnetic tray. And it also, you guys can't see this, but I have a file cabinet next to the camera here. And this whole base is magnetic also. So it'll stick on stuff. So, okay, I'm going to put those cards away because I'll be redoing those for whoever does win the card. So we've got all these little pieces. So we can go ahead and find our mini dimensionals again. And where's my piercing tool that I used to get? Well, I don't know what I did with it, so I may have to use a pair of scissors to get these off the sheet. And I will stick those on, covering up the images that we're going to cover up. And that should be just the right size. Peel these off. So if you like markering techniques, this is the stamp set for you. Like this. Yes, I do believe that's the way that goes. And then this one, I think, like that. No, let's put the leaf on so I don't lose it. But let's not put it on upside down. Where does one find a magnetic bowl? I found it at the auto place. Actually, I drove to Billings here a couple months ago, and I was in, maybe it was a Napa. I can't remember now. But mechanics use them. They can put, like when they take screws out of stuff, they can throw them in this dish, and then this will actually stick to their toolboxes. So they've got the little dish full of all their screws and nuts and bolts, and then this will go on their toolbox. So and it's super strong. I mean, look at that. Even, well, I guess that large one did come off, but those little ones are stuck on the bottom there. So it's really cool. I am so glad I have it because, oh, good Lord, yeah. When I almost lost that die, I about cried. Okay, so now that we need a piece of cardstock that measures about, well, we need a 2-inch. Let me quickly cut this to 2 inches. And I feel like I have a sliver or something in my finger. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay, so this is 2 inches by, I'm not even sure. 4? Yeah, 2 by 4. And so we're going to use a, where is it? Tag punch. Oh my gosh, you guys, did I throw it in the garbage? Because I just used it earlier today. Well, we're going to cheat, and I already have one done, okay? So I used our scallop tag topper punch and punched the top of this, and then I added some of our fun lemon lime twist striped ribbon with a, not a magnet, staple. That's what it is, a staple. And so then we can just build our fun on this tag. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my watering can on the tag here near the bottom. And then we'll add the glue to the flower section here. Tuck that just barely into the top of the can. Oops, I moved the can. Now it's not straight. But you can see how it did die cut that little piece out of there. Okay, so here's our tag. So that's just adorable all by itself, right? Okay, here's our Tempting Turquoise cardstock. Here is our lemon lime twist. We actually only need a piece of lemon lime twist that's 2 3/4 by 4. So I'm going to quickly chop this off. Or 4 1/4, excuse me. I lied. So it's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, okay? And we are going to run this through the Big Shot with one of our embossing folders, and this is called the Ruffled. And this is one of our 3D dynamic textured embossing folders, so it's a little bit thicker. When you run it through the Big Shot, you want to use the Big Shot platform. It's a newer platform that we have, the folder, and then one cutting pad. I like to spritz all of my cardstocks that I'm going to do here with, this is just rubbing alcohol in this, 70% rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to spritz it so it's nice and wet. I'm going to line it up in there so that it gets some design on most of the edges. I would take it to my Big Shot. I would run it through the Big Shot, and then I would come out with a piece that's already done that I just had it. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, my heavens. This is just going to be the day where I can't find anything. Oh, it's on the floor. I've been stepping on it. Ta-da! So you run through the Big Shot, this is what you get. Now, I like to use rubbing alcohol. People have asked me before, why don't you use water? I find rubbing alcohol dissipates, evaporates, whatever you want to call it, way quicker than water. And I find that it doesn't really compromise your paper to use it. Water takes a lot longer to dry. If your paper is thin, it can start to pill up and just look really crappy. So definitely go with the rubbing alcohol. Now I just have to decide what side I like better. I think this one, just because it seems a little more pronounced. So I'm just going to take a piece of this and I'm just going to add it to the center of the card. Now this looks like I cut it a hair long, not a big deal. I can just cut it off with some scissors after it is glued down. I also have these 2 skinny strips of silver. Hello, Marissa, how are you? These are 1/4 inch strips of silver foil sheet. And I'm just going to butt those up to the top here. Is that even? Good Lord, I feel like I'm just blind all the time, with or without glasses. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. But at least I can see clearly after my cataract surgery. So that was a good choice that I made getting that done. Today is not my day, but at least the projects are awesome. Thank you, Wendy. And it's not. I don't know if I'm just flustered by my kid and his injury. I don't know. I'm so mad about that. Literally just so mad. Because, you know, I mean, my husband and I, we're not rich people. I don't like to just waste money on stuff. And, you know, having an idiot do that to your kid, and then you have to go to the doctor and you have to pay who knows how much money I'm going to have to pay for these x-rays and everything to find out whatever the case is. Anyway, I digress. I'm just really upset about that. Okay, so here's my bookmark, my tag, and I'm just going to add this to the front. Oh, Marissa's her first time watching me, you guys. Well, Marissa, I hope that you learn some tips and tricks and enjoy the projects that I have to show you, because I just really love doing this, you guys. I think it's so much fun. Okay, my last trick, well, I guess almost last trick, because I got to do the inside too, is going to be some flower middles here. And I'm going to use these little silver, these are our metallic enamel shapes. These are also on the retiring list, and they're also on sale. In fact, do I have that list handy and I can tell you how much they are? I had that bucket of stuff, didn't I, when I was using it a little while ago. It seems to me they're maybe like 25% off, if I remember right. So that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so this is a little bit larger one of those dots. Well, maybe if I open up the scissors, I can pull it off there. Like this. I lost my piercing tool that I usually use to pick this stuff up with, so now I got to wing it with something else, because this has just not been my day. And again, if you have fingernails, this might be a little easier than trying to do this without a fingernail. Okay. And then there are some tinier ones here. Maybe I can just pick it off. Yeah, that seemed to work. Well, I still need to try to place it in the center, though. Hopefully my hair isn't getting in the view. If it is, I apologize. Okay, there we go. So we've got the flower middles done. So now we're just going to quickly do something on the inside here. Where is my panel for the inside? Did I use it? Did I stamp on it already? Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Thankfully, my paper cutter is right here. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know what? I totally forgot to do something on the front there. So we are going to do that. I need to find my strip. There's a white strip. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is going to be so cool. You guys are going to love this. Okay. So I've got a strip of white that's 3/4 of an inch wide. The length doesn't really matter as long as it's or at least as wide as your card. Okay. And then here's some of our washi tape. I did a whole Facebook Live on washi tapes a couple weeks ago showing you what you can do. And washi tape is so much fun. Well, this particular pattern I found is a lot of fun to put like 2 pieces next to each other. So that's what we're going to do. So I put this silicone mat down just because I find it easier to work with the silicone mat. So I am just going to line that up with the top of the strip. And then we're going to just tear it off. Then we're going to match up the pattern. So you can see, look at that, check that out. This particular pattern, this doesn't work with every washi tape, but this particular pattern in all of our collections, it does work. So I just thought that was kind of fun. So look at that. Now I have a thicker strip of that, which I thought was fun. So I'm going to snip that off. Snip that off. And then I'm just going to snip. Well, actually, maybe I'll use this instead. I'm going to try this. This is our, oh, look at that. It's my tag punch. Oh my gosh. That isn't the one that I wanted for this particular thing. Wowzers, you guys. Okay. So I'm going to try this. Okay, I'm going to use it upside down, and I'm just going to barely slide it in, and I want it to be even. You know, here's the middle, and so I'm just going to try to see that it's even, hopefully. And then we're just going to punch that end off, slide this one in, do the same thing. Line it up so it looks fairly even, and punch that off. And so this is supposed to go under this. Can I force it under there? Well, you know what? Here's a cheater. Here's a cheater. Because I didn't do this the first time, like I should have, we're going to cheat. We're going to pick that up, and we're going to take our 2 pieces, and we're going to slide them under, and we're going to kind of figure out where are they going to go. That one's going to go in quite a ways. So we are just going to go ahead, put a little glue on the edge. Now, typically, you would do this before you glued everything down, okay? Not the way I'm doing it, because this is going to be a little harder. So we're going to do that. This, I don't get quite as much. I didn't feel quite as much under there. So we're going to pick the tag up here. And we're going to slide that piece in. So we're going to pretend like it goes all the way under and then, you know, comes out on the side. Okay, woohoo, there we go. Fun, fun, fun. So there's the outside. Okay, so now I was going to do the inside before I interrupted myself with not knowing what I was doing. And so I'm just going to make a super simple inside for the card. We're just going to use some washi tape. And we're going to use that same one that we used. And we're just going to put that along the bottom edge. And then that way you have kind of a fun decorated inside. And then the outside is fun and decorated also. Oops. Well, we're going to fix that too. Boy, this is seriously not my day. Okay. And then we're just going to add a little bit of glue. And then we're measuring. Oh, here's a tip for you guys coming up. If you've never watched me before, when I put an inside panel inside my card, I only care that it's lined up on these 3 sides. I don't care if it's lined up here, if it's like excess amounts. I just line it up with these 3 sides, the 2 sides and the bottom, because since there is so much turquoise up here, it's not going to make any difference. And you can tell if you look real close that the amount of space up there is not the same as down here, but it doesn't matter because when you open the card, you can't even tell. Okay, so here's the card. Yes, that definitely needed to be on there. That really adds a little bit of pizzazz or something. So that is card number 1, project number 2. Where's the box? I'll bring it back in so you guys can look at them while I clean up my mess. Okay, we are done with the Garden Grown stamp set and dies. So everything that was with that, we're just going to kind of take off the table and throw into the bucket so that we can clean up our space for our next project. Okay, might need that, won't need that. All right, so my next project is going to be with the Fruit Basket stamp set. And the itty bitty fruits, I think, itty bitty fruits punch pack. Let's see. I saw you use this bundle several months ago and thought about purchasing it now or never. Yes, it is now or never because it's on the retiring list. And it's definitely now or never. And it's super, super cute. Okay, but I think she was talking about the one we just used. So here's this. One more punch. Here we go. So it's a fruit basket stamp set, the itty bitty fruits punch pack. They're sold as a bundle, or you can get them individually, however you want to do it. They're in the occasions catalog that we have out right now, along with our annual catalog. Okay, so we are going to, well, I have some cards. Maybe I'll show you some cards first. So here's a card that I did on a Facebook Live. Well, I did a card similar to this on a Facebook Live a while ago. I was going to take a roller to your card. Thank you. I hope not, Louise. Nobody would know, right? Okay. So this is where I did some masking with the basket so I could stamp the strawberries inside the basket. So if you're interested in that, it's a Facebook Live I did a while ago. Here's one that I did with our basket weave folder. It was a celebration item, and now it's going to be in our new catalog in June. And I colored the ribbon with my Cherry Cobbler Stampin' Blends marker and just kind of made a cherry pie card, or pear pie, pear, apple, not cherry, apple pie. Ugh, good grief. Okay. Here's another one that I did where I just stamped a few pineapples and punched them out with this adorable little pineapple bunch. Here's a pear card. And the fun sentiment on here says, we make a great pair. Just tons and tons of little pears that I stamped and punched out. And then here's another one that I actually got in a swap. Look at that. Some of that Myths and Magic glimmer paper that's on the retiring list that's on sale for half off. So get yourself some. Adorably and some other fun stuff. Okay, so we need some paper. As always, we've got a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of real red. I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of lemon lime twist. I've got a 3.5 by 4 3/4 inch piece of white and a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of Night of Navy, and then a piece of white for the inside. Okay, so we're going to use, obviously, we're going to use the same colors of the cardstock that I chose. And I only need the strawberry punch because we're using strawberries today. And then I did already get my strawberry and my strawberry topper on a block. And then I've got my greeting, my happy birthday to you, and the you are the sweetest. So, got those. Here are, oh, and I got this tiny, tiny little heart too. This little teeny, tiny heart that comes in. This is so cute. We've got some more washi tape that's retiring. What else do we have here? Okay, we don't need pages. Okay, so to start out with, we are going to use our layer of white. Actually, yeah. I also need a tag for this one also, so I'm just going to quickly get myself a piece of white that is 2 inches wide that we can use that scallop tag topper punch on. Okay, now I just had it. I think I cleaned it up thinking I didn't need it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that in. Whoops, this might be a little more than 2 inches. And then we get our cute little tag topper. This is a punch we've had in our catalog for quite a while, and I hope they never retire it because who doesn't love this shape? I mean, it's just so cute, and it works for absolutely everything you'd ever want to make. Okay. So this is a little bit long. I am going to trim that down to about 3 inches, I think. So let me put it on my trimmer. Cut it down to 3-ish, and now we're good. Okay, so it's basically a 2 by 3. And I am going to stamp on a scrap of white some of these adorable little strawberries. Boy, today's Facebook Live is going long. I must be long-winded today, people. I'm going to stamp 3 strawberries. Okay. And then we've got our little strawberry toppers. And photopolymers, these are kind of cool because I can see right over the top. I can see where I want to stamp that. Oops. And this is lemon lime twist. Like so. And number 3. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my punch. And the punch is a little bit smaller than the actual stamped images. So you do get some wiggle room when you're punching these out. And there we go. So we got 3 little strawberries. And then we're going to go at the bottom of the tag. so they're gonna go one there. Oops, way too much glue. I got carried away with that one. Wow. Okay. See if I can quickly get that glue off my hand. All right, here's another little tip for you guys. This is a bamboo skewer that you can buy in the, like the utensils item of your local Walmart-ish type store. Just a plain old wooden bamboo skewer. And then I have a little bit of putty. Like you can put things on the wall with this kind of putty. And I find that it just, if you put a little bit on the edge of your stick, it just makes picking up stuff so easy, especially if you don't have any nails, which I don't. Okay, so we're going to bring in this skinny red washi tape and put that just barely at the bottom, but I want a little bit of the white to show on the tag, so I don't want to completely put it to the edge, to the bottom edge there. Need some scissors. Good thing I have about 6 pairs up here. Okay, get that. So we don't need those little bits. They gotta go in the garbage. Come on, bits, get off my hand. All right, so now we're gonna do our greeting. And this one says happy birthday to you, but I want it to be happy birthday to you. So I'm gonna carefully ink this up. I can see where my Y in my happy birthday is. And I'm just going to gently rock that onto my pad and pick up the red ink. And then we're going to stamp it about like so. Ta-da! I'm going to clean this off. Got my little chamois thing over here. And then I'm going to bring in the navy and I'm going to do the same thing, but I only need the 2U. So I'm just going to carefully get that on there like so. And then we're going to add the 2U. Hopefully it's going to be straight. Ta-da! Okay. Make sure I don't have any ink on my hands because that always happens to me and that's just annoying. All right. Now I have this teeny tiny little heart stamp that comes in the set and I'm just going to gently ink that up in some lemon lime twist and stamp myself a few little random hearts going up the tag like so, because I think it's adorable. And then I'm going to bring in some of my navy blue and white gingham ribbon. And we're going to thread that through the hole in the tag. And then we're going to tie it off with some of our silver and white baker's twine that's actually carrying over to the new catalog. So that is fun. I better close these pads. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I have open pads, disaster is going to strike. Okay, so I need a piece of this twine, about like so. We're going to fold these together, and then I'm just going to tie this in a knot on top of the tag. Oops, we want it down so it's pretty taut, like so. And then we'll just finish the knot here. There we go. Trim off the ends. And then I'm going to trim these ends of this ribbon. One slightly longer than the other. Like that. Okay. So our adorable tag is done. Uh-oh. I see a tiny bit of red ink there. Do you guys see that? Well, thankfully, my friend Dina told me about these little sand erasers. And I got it at an office supply store in Billings. And they are amazing because they basically like just erase ink. I don't know what it is, but they erase the ink off there. So now I don't have ink. So yay. All right, so let us begin layering all these things together. So I'm going to put the lemon lime twist onto my red layer. Get that out of my way so I can see, make sure it's even. I kind of want it to be even. Thank you, Marissa. I appreciate that very much. Okay. Then we're going to add a few strawberries on to this piece here. I need a scrap paper so I can go off the edge. All right, so we're going to quickly add some strawberries here on this side. Down here on this end, Well, we'll try that. We'll see what happens. Then we need our little strawberry tops. Just come right down on there, and we can see through where the red is and get those stamped on there. So this is actually not difficult to do at all. It goes pretty quickly. And how about that one? Okay. So I think that's how I want that. So I'm going to layer my white piece onto my blue. And I must have ink on my finger. Ugh! Maddening! But luckily where I got the ink, it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up with my tag. All right. Try to use my good eyes here. And then I'm going to add this little tag like right there. How do you think that looks, guys? Put this on the front. So this one has a lot of layers, but I just really think that the layers just really make the whole thing work. And you know what? I think I'm going to take this little tiny heart, and I think I'm going to ink it up in some navy and maybe, whoops, add some little random hearts around my little strawberries. Again, making sure I don't have ink all over my hands. Gosh. Okay, so let's try maybe a couple of these little things. There. Right there. Maybe there. And then we're going to add the tag, and then we'll see if we need some more. So I'm going to bring in some regular size dimensionals for this. And we're just going to add some to the back of the tag. Press your tiny little fingernail into that so it'll help release the backings. Like that. And then we'll just add our little tag right there. I think I need another heart. Like right there. Oop, maybe one more right here. Okay. So what do you guys think of that? I think it's kind of cute. I kind of like all the colors. And then on the inside, we're going to add our panel, but we'll add a couple of strawberries down here at the bottom. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Facebook Live today. You can always check me out on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search Barb Stamps, and you'll be able to see tons more of my videos. I always have lots of tips and tricks to share in any video that I make, and any Facebook Live, which they're also on my YouTube channel. So if you've missed any of my Facebook Lives over the past couple months since I started making Facebook Lives, you can check them out on YouTube. All right, so here is our sentiment right in the center, we hope anyway. And then of course, if you guys need to order any Stampin' Up! Products, I would always appreciate your business at shoppingwithbarb.com. You can check out my blog. I always have using my host code right up here. I always offer free gifts with purchase every month, so check those out too. And if you're on YouTube, give the video a thumbs up because that lets me know that you enjoy what I've done. So those are our 3 projects today, you guys, and somebody's going to win them. So don't forget to share the video. There's a little share button right below what you're watching. Hit that, share it to your own page, and let your friends and family see what we're doing here, and hopefully they'll enjoy it and they can watch me too. So here are the projects. Someone's going to win these. Remember, I won't be live next Wednesday because I'm picking up my friends at the airport, but I'm going to try to maybe do it on Tuesday, so we'll see. But if I don't do it next week at all, it'll definitely be the following week. Wednesdays at noon Eastern is when I'm live, so check it out. If you can't watch me live, you can always watch the replay of it at your convenience. And so I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks again. Oh, Julie, does the stamp set carry over to the new catalog? I'm assuming she means the fruit set, and no, it does not. None of these carry over. Everything is retiring. So get to my store and order it quickly. All right. Bye, guys.